Bald eagles are no longer an endangered species, but veteran Eagles receivers are becoming extinct. Alshon Jeffrey, the latest to go. Network insider Ian Rappaport, Jeffrey will be released when the new league year starts on March 17th. This comes after Philly announced the release of veteran wideout Deshaun Jackson. No receivers on the current Eagles roster have more than 2 years' experience. And speaking of ex-Eagles, Carson Wentz will now add a new number to his new team and city. Wentz reached out to new Colts teammate Michael Pittman Jr. to see if Pittman would be interested in giving up his number 11 jersey. Pittman said no thanks. And Cam no plans to... Newton telling the I Am Athlete podcast, quote, "There are not 32 guys better than me." This has been NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network.
DQ presents How to Find Meal Fulfillment. First, order the delicious new rotisserie-style chicken bites from DQ. Then feast your eyes on these unbreaded, tender, juicy, 100% white meat beauties. Next, take a bite of the bite. Realize that unbreaded chicken loaded with flavor is finally possible. And last, call your boss and ask for that promotion. You may have started last week, but hey, if chicken this good is possible, anything is possible. New rotisserie-style chicken bites are now at DQ. Happy tastes good.
Before you move in into a lifetime of memories, there's something you should remember: the value of working with a realtor. A realtor is more than an expert in the field who abides by a code of ethics. A realtor is your neighbor and your ally, someone who puts your agenda ahead of theirs, someone who understands your dreams and has the ace to make them a reality. Finding the right place starts with you and a realtor, and the doors we open together. Realtors are members of the National Association of Realtors. That's who we are.
We are Imperial Valley's AM 1230 KXOL Central California. I'm Carroll, and that is who's in the newsroom? Can't see.
Here reporting for
Bert
duty.
and Ernie. Yeah. Okay. Are we talking the Muppet characters? Are we talking the characters from the movie?
Bert and Ernie.
Okay.
The Sesame Street.
Yeah. Okay.
Dudes, guys.
Yes. Well, they. What's the Christmas movie that we see every year with Jimmy Stewart? You know, the angel gets its wings.
Wonderful.
It's a Wonderful Life. Well, Bert and Ernie came from that movie. They were two of the characters in the movie. I
didn't remember that.
Okay. Well, you learn something every day, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would suppose that would make us educational radio, don't you think?
Educational, yes.
Okay.
Heavily underlined.
And speaking of that, archaeologists have uncovered a 5,000-year-old industrial-scale brewery in Egypt.
I wonder what helped them establish that as an industrial.
Probably a couple of college interns looking for a beer.
Yeah, for the last 5,000 years.
Yes. Anyway, the Egyptians made beer, and, one of the thoughts is they made a lot of beer because, well, it was part of some of their ceremonies.
Well, and somebody had to do it, so...
Yes.
They said, I've been waiting 5,000 years to do this, so...
Okay, do you suppose maybe it was the Egyptians who invented beer pong?
Beer pong. It could have been.
Could have been, yes. Something to pass those long days in the desert, right?
Yes.
Okay. Are you, did you get the picture of the owl I sent to you?
I did. How did you send it? Which way?
I emailed it to you.
You emailed it to me? I didn't, and I checked my email a good number of times yesterday, but I'll look again.
Okay, I'll resend it, but the big old barn owl, and he is big.
And did you see him again?
No, but I did hear him.
Yep, it's unmistakable, that's for sure. It is an owl.
Yes, and what's amazing is when you hear the owl, all of the doves in the neighborhood get real quiet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes, when they goes, whoo, you know.
Yeah.
They said, whoa, we could be in trouble.
Yeah. Let's see. You want some birthdays?
Birthdays. I believe this is the time of the morning that people are waiting for birthdays.
Yeah, okay. Steel guitarist Rusty Young of Poco is 75. Actress Patricia Richardson, she was on Home Improvement, she's 70. Brad Whitford of Aerosmith, 69. Guitarist Michael Wilton of Queensryche is 59. Actress Kristen Davis, 56. Actor Mark Price, 53. Actor Niecy Nash is 51. Actor Kelly MacDonald, 45. Actor Josh Gad is 40. Actor Aziz Ansari is 38. Actor Emily Blunt is 38. Actor Ty White is 35. And actress Dakota Fanning is 27. The Imperial Valley Food Bank needs your help. Food insecurity is on the rise, especially in the Imperial Valley. The need for the Imperial Valley Food Bank's backpack program has more than doubled during the pandemic. Through this program, schools distribute backpacks with items to make sure no kid or family goes hungry during the weekend when no school food service is available. It's tough enough to be a kid. They don't need to have hunger be an issue. Become a hunger warrior. Donate to the Imperial Valley Food Bank and the Backpack Program. Let's celebrate our KXO birthdays. Happy birthday, Annie Oswald, Fernando Ibarra, Sandra Green, Cristina Guzman, Lupe Navarro, Brenda Antunes, Kim Garcia, Wayne McCullum, Stephanie Hernandez, Roberto Camalich, Jessica Diaz, Stephanie Garibaldo, Beth Holt, Erica Estrada, Susan Kermoyan, Amy Cruz, and happy birthday, Jack Kirby. Okay, some debate. Jack will have to clear it up. His birthday was either Sunday or today. I don't know.
I thought maybe you were just announcing it several days in a row. So to make sure that
exactly.
You got it.
Yeah, and we'll get ahead so we don't have to bother with it next year.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
You can double up.
Get a jump on everything. Well, you don't...
Well, I think Jack is, that's what he's trying.
Yeah, you don't want to get, in a hurry, be hushlik, and so you want to get it out of the way.
Yeah, on to bigger and better things.
Yes. Okay, right now we're on to bigger and better things like news, if you're ready.
I'm ready.
Okay, it's World in California news headlines right now, and it's all brought to you by Lock Air Conditioning. They are your year-round comfort specialists. Call them now for a preseason air conditioner checkup.
CBS News Special Report. A joint hearing on the deadly insurrection at the U.S. Capitol last month has just gotten underway in Washington.
Committee will come to order.
Democrat Gary Peters chairs the Homeland Security Committee.
For many Americans, this will be the first opportunity to hear about what happened in the Capitol on January 6th directly from our witnesses.
Rules Committee Chair Amy Klobuchar.
We are here today to better understand what was known in advance, what steps were taken to secure the Capitol, and what occurred that day, because we want to ensure that nothing like this happens again.
Capitol security officials are expected to blame the Pentagon, the intelligence community, and each other for failing to anticipate the violence. Republican Roy Blunt.
We need to hear from them whether it was a failure of imagination of what could go wrong, a failure of intelligence gathering.
CBS News Special Report. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
Whatever the weather brings this winter, you can rely on a York Affinity Premium System to keep your home warm and comfortable. You'll get maximum efficiency thanks to advanced technology and helping to significantly reduce your energy bills. Plus, you can stay connected via our Wi-Fi and touchscreen thermostat. Every York unit is designed, engineered, and assembled in the United States and backed by industry-leading warranties. Affordable financing options are available. Call Lock Air Conditioning, your local York dealer, at 760-353-4501. That's 353-4501 to schedule a free evaluation of your system. York, install confidence. Contractor's license 696-216.
California headline news, lawmakers moving forward with plans to give millions of lower-income residents stimulus checks. State legislature passing the coronavirus relief bill Monday, clearing the way for over 5.5 million people to get at least $600 stimulus payments.
The relief we provide today will help ensure Californians who've been hit hard by the pandemic aren't left out or left behind from the help that we're able to provide.
Governor Newsom says he'll sign the measure later today. A state lawmaker introducing a bill aimed at cutting the surge of violent attacks against Asian Americans.
We're seeing this hate everywhere. We're seeing it in our cities. We're seeing it in our suburbs. We're seeing it in our rural communities. We're even seeing it at the beach.
Senator Al Murtsuchi's bill establishes a toll-free hotline. The effort to recall Governor Newsom likely facing hurdles that could delay a vote. State officials say there are legally mandated deadlines to be met before the recall can get on the ballot. The entire process takes about 4 months and could delay a vote. Jeff Scott, California News.
World in California news headlines brought to you this morning by Lock Air Conditioning, your year-round comfort specialist. Call them today and schedule that pre-season air conditioner checkup.
Gary is refinancing his home, so he shopped around for the lowest rate and found it at Amerisave.com, setting him up for a lifetime of savings. It's one decision he'll never regret, unlike taking that gig in the testing lab at the deodorant company.
Raise your arm, please. Oh, man, I hate this job.
Pretty regrettable, Gary. Unlike finding that low mortgage rate at Amerisave.com that's got you on your way to a lifetime of savings. Amerisave's rates won't be this low forever, so go to Amerisave.com now. Lower mortgage rates mean higher savings. Call 866-514-SAVE or visit Amerisave.com/licensing for cost information, terms, and conditions. Equal housing letter. Licensed in all states except New York. NMLS number 1168.
This online shopping tip is sponsored by Capital One Shopping. It happened again. You missed an email with an incredible deal on an item that previously you couldn't afford. Well, yeah, now you still can't afford it. To avoid emails like these getting buried in your inbox, create another email address dedicated entirely to online shopping. Then you'll never miss a deal. Brought to you by Capital One Shopping. Capital One Shopping searches for and applies available coupon codes. What's in your wallet? Savings and available coupons vary.
It's page one of the local news. Page one is a service of Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers. They service all makes and all models, and you never need an appointment.
County Board of Supervisors are scheduled to meet today. They will discuss the COVID issues. Here's more on that story.
It is their regular weekly meeting. The board will receive an update on COVID-19 in Imperial County. Update will be presented by the Public Health Department. Supervisors will discuss sending a letter to Governor Gavin Newsom. The letter would express the board's discontent with the inequity in the vaccine distribution allotment to Imperial County and demanding an increased allotment. County Executive Officer Tony Rojodas Jr. will give a presentation updating coronavirus relief programs and an update on distribution of funds. District 4 Supervisor Ryan Kelly will seek action on a letter to the governor requesting membership of the County of Imperial into the Quantification Settlement Agreement Joint Powers Authority. Meeting can be viewed via live stream available on the county website. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
The Imperial County Public Health Department updated the COVID-19 numbers Monday afternoon. The information shows that 2 more deaths have been attributed to the virus. The number is now 586 in Imperial County. The number of active cases of COVID-19 dropped from 304 on Friday to 158 on Monday. There are 20 COVID-19 patients in local ICU beds, while there is a total of 32 coronavirus hospitalized patients between the 2 hospitals. The state's COVID-19 tier metrics shows there are now 8.42 new cases per 100,000 population, and the positivity rate is down to 11.28%. KXO News Time coming up to 7:43.
Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers in Brundell suggest the works, including tire road pressure check, brake inspection, fluid top-off, battery test, filter check, belts and hoses check, and synthetic blend oil change with up to 6 quarts of Motorcraft oil plus oil filter. You can't beat this. Quick Lane services all makes and all models, and you never need an appointment. Quick Lane in Raleigh and El Centro, ready to serve.
The IID Board of Directors will meet today for a special meeting. Here's more on that story.
It will be held this afternoon. There is only one item on the agenda. Imperial Irrigation District Boarders will discuss the 2021 strategic plan. A meeting begins at 1 this afternoon and will be held in Condon Auditorium at El Centro. Meeting can be viewed via live available on the IID website. Kxo Local News, I'm George Gale.
Vehicles, or a pair of pickups with toy hauler trailers yielded 24 illegal aliens. The vehicles were stopped at the Highway 86 checkpoint near Salton City shortly before noon on Sunday. The first truck was questioned by a Border Patrol agent, and the driver said he was traveling with the truck and toy hauler trailer right behind him. A Border Patrol canine team alerters and further incident led to the discovery of 24 illegal aliens hidden in the trailer. One of the drivers also had cocaine for personal use in his possession, as well as a legally registered handgun. The drivers, 30 and 35-year-old men, both U.S. citizens, were arrested. The 24 illegal aliens, 22 men and 2 women, were sent back to Mexico. That concludes this edition of Local News. Page 2 coming up.
Page 1 of the Local News, a service of Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers in Brawley and El Centro. Quick Lane, they service all makes and all models, and you never need an appointment.
Hi, Mike Morris here for Imperial Valley Volkswagen. The Imperial Valley Volkswagen President's Day Sell-a-thon is continued. We've got VWs for 0%. We've got Jettas. We've got Tiguans. We've got Atlases. We've got them all. You need to come on down, take a look, take advantage of the great lease deals. VW's got some great programs. They also have the best first-time buyers program on the market. You need to come down to Imperial Valley Volkswagen, check it out, take them for a drive, and remember, if you don't come see us first, we can't save you any money.
It's Page 2 of the Local News and Weather, brought to you by David H. West Insurance Services. See David or Jose for life insurance, health insurance, or retirement planning.
Continuing our local news, border restriction agreement is extended. George Gale explains.
The agreement is between the U.S., Canada, and Mexico. Over the weekend, they announced the restrictions at the border crossings would be extended until March 21st. The agreement restricts border crossings to essential travelers only. The original agreement was several months ago. It is designed to help curb the spread of COVID-19 and help bring the pandemic under control. For Kxo Local News, I'm George Gale.
Imperial County health officials have announced that beginning this week, COVID-19 vaccines will be available to additional sectors in Phase 1B, Tier 1. This includes high-risk individuals working in education, care, emergency services, and food and agriculture. Health officials are working directly with employers in their sectors to provide vaccination date and location information to those who qualify. We're pleased to be able to offer vaccine to these additional sectors as more vaccine is being made available to Imperial County, stated Jeanette Angulo, Imperial County Public Health Department Director. We've been collaborating with an array of partners to start the rollout of the vaccine to Phase 1B Tier 1 sectors in a coordinated way. Because so much of our population consists of individuals working in food and ag and education, we're extremely grateful to Imperial Valley Vegetable Growers Association, Imperial County Farm Bureau, Imperial County Office of Education, and others for their partnership in these efforts. Close to 2,000 doses of vaccines are scheduled to arrive by the middle of this. Start vaccinating Phase 1B Tier 1 sectors, including education and food and ag, as soon as this coming Friday. Vaccination efforts for those 65 and older continues throughout as more private providers receive vaccine supplies. Local providers are expected to receive additional approximately 3,600 doses this week to vaccinate people 65 years of age and older. Well, it happened. Not going to have a fair, but we are going to have a fair food festival. Here's more on that story.
but you can get original fair food. Fair Food Festival will be available during what would be the run of most of the fair. Fair food booths will be set up throughout the fairgrounds. To maintain COVID protocols, participants will drive through the fairgrounds. They will not get out of their cars, and they must wear masks. It starts this Friday at 4 p.m. and continues Saturday and Sunday, starting both days at 12 p.m. The festival continues March 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th. On March 4th and 5th, it'll start at 4 p.m., and on the 6th and 7th, it will start at 12 noon. They will close at 8 p.m. every day of the festival. Caravans begin at the main entrance gate and travel through the grounds, exiting at the South Fairgrounds gate. For a full menu on the fair food available, go to the IV Fairgrounds website. For Kxo Local News, I'm George Gale.
El Centro Police released more information on a felony arrest that occurred on Friday. El Centro Police Department officers stopped an SUV in the area of 4th and Ross after several reports of a reckless driver. While speaking to the driver, officers saw he was carrying a knife and also found a firearm in plain view on the front seat. The driver, 29-year-old Luis Guarosco of El Centro, was arrested. Officers also found drug paraphernalia. The firearm, a Beretta handgun, was determined to be one of two weapons reportedly stolen in 2020. El Centro detectives obtained a search warrant for Orozco's residence, where they located 3 additional firearms. Orozco was booked at Imperial County Jail on charges of being a felon in possession of a firearm and possession of ammunition by a prohibited person. We'll be with a look at the...
It's nice to explore your options when it comes to buying insurance, no matter what you're looking for. David H. West Insurance Services offers it all. And being an independent broker, we have many companies to choose from. We continue providing Medicare, life, and health plans, and now offer auto, home, and commercial insurance. David H. West Insurance Services can find the right insurance to fit your needs and budget. And best of all, a staff who cares about you. So don't hesitate to pick up the phone and call David H. West Insurance Services at 760-352-3411. That's 352-3411 for a free insurance review. That's 352-3411.
Here's Carroll Buckley with the weather update.
The National Weather Service says temperatures will remain warmer than normal through the middle of the week, with the Imperial and Yuma valleys reaching 80 degrees. A dry weather system will sweep through the region during the latter half of the week, allowing temperatures to cool back closer to normal. The onset of a more unsettled and potentially wetter weather pattern may begin early. 77 our high yesterday, 39 the low. Sunny today with a high near 81, light winds. Clear tonight with a low around 50. West-southwest wind about 5 miles an hour. Wednesday will be sunny with a high near 83. Light wind becoming south-southwest about 5 miles an hour. And right now downtown, 50 degrees, 34% relative humidity, wind out of the west at 5 to 7 miles an hour. Air quality good everywhere, except moderate at the border with a slightly elevated 2.5 PM 2.5. Page 2 of the local news and the weather brought to you by West Insurance Service. See David or Jose for health insurance plans and Medicare supplemental coverage. David H. West Insurance Services.
Last year was crazy. My hours were cut.
I was out of work for months. I need a better job.
At the Center for Employment Training, study for a career in construction or healthcare. Go to cetweb.edu. Financial aid is available to those who qualify, and we offer job placement assistance to graduates. All programs can be completed in under a year based on attendance. Go to cetweb.edu or call 760-592-0208 for CET. Work hard. Be strong.
It's Sports Time, brought to you by Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District, an affiliate of the Scripps Health Network, working together to provide you the best care. NBA action. The Bulls beat the Rockets 120-100. Mavericks over the Grizzlies, 102-92. Heat, they topped the Thunder, 108-94. Suns over the Trailblazers, yeah, big time, 132-100. Jazz jumped on the Hornets, 132-110. Wizards whipped the Lakers, 127-4 in overtime. And, Spurs and the Pacers pwned. Yeah, a lot of that going on. And, LeBron James, King LeBron says, hey, I can handle the workload. Yeah, I don't need a whole lot of rest. Yeah, let me play.
Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District is open and ready to serve you and your family for all your healthcare needs. Let our team of dedicated physicians guide you. Health Pioneers is a recognized leader in healthcare and has more than 10 health centers and clinics throughout the Imperial Valley. When the need arises, don't hesitate to come and see us. We have services and locations in Calexico and Brawley, and of course, our award-winning hospital, Pioneers Memorial. For more information on all of Pioneer services, visit pmhd.org today.
Well, jumping into the NFL, nearly a week after being put on notice by the team's general manager, Tennessee Titans 2020 first-round NFL draft pick Isaiah Wilson wrote on Twitter yesterday that he is done with football as a Titan before deleting the tweet soon after. Yeah, well, the rookie right tackle also had a couple of run-ins with the law. He's had issues, but hey, we can overlook that in the NFL if you can play. And in discussing options for a long-term deal with electrifying young shortstop Fernando Tatis Jr., the Padres brought up the concept of a statue contract, as in, yeah, if the kid is as good as Hall of Famers Tony Gwynn and Trevor Hoffman, maybe in 15 or 20 years, there'll be a statue of El Nino alongside those Padres greats in the grassy area just beyond Petco Park. Okay, yeah, let's wait. It's much too early in his career for that. That's it for Sports Time, brought to you by Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District. Log on to pmhd.org for more information about Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District.
The President's Day Sell-a-thon is on at your San Diego County Ford dealers, which means great deals are on across the lineup of Ford SUVs and trucks. Deals like this one. Right now, you can get an extra $1,000 trade assist with your qualified trade toward a 2020 Ford Escape Gas, Edge, Expedition, or a 2021 Ford Explorer. Not all buyers will get credit financing. Trade assist requires trade-in of 95 or newer vehicle or lease terminated 30 days prior to or 90 days after new delivery. Customer must have owned vehicle for a minimum of 30 days prior to trade-in. Not available on plug-in hybrid. Residency restrictions apply. Take new retail delivery from an authorized Ford dealer stock by 3/1/2021. See dealer for qualifications and complete details. Your San Diego County Ford dealers are open and ready with huge deals for a limited time. So get on the road or shop online at buyfordnow.com. That's buyfordnow.com. Because the President's Day Sell-a-thon is on. Hurry, all deals end soon.
And it's financial news and a brief look at the weather, all brought to you this morning by Southwest Security, a locally owned security service protecting you and your property. Southwest Security also offers live scan fingerprinting to the public. Bitcoin's roller coaster ride continues. The top cryptocurrency surged to a new all-time high, above $58,000 on Sunday, but fell to just above $46,000 in early trading today. The move followed skeptical comments from Tesla CEO Elon Musk, Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen, and Microsoft co-founder Bill Gates. And Wall Street is increasingly concerned that a wave of spending when the economy reopens could cause prices to spike, spoiling the financial market party that's been raging since last March. What's happening? Government bond yields, which move opposite prices, signaling rising optimism about the economic recovery. But a surging economy can also mean rising prices. Investors are worried that higher inflation would pressure central banks like the Federal Reserve to hike interest rates or taper bond purchases sooner than expected. After a long period of easy access to money, that could trigger a market tantrum. Meanwhile, the Dow Jones Industrials right now off 77. The S&P 500 is off 15.5. The NASDAQ down 161 points. Gold up 50 cents an ounce. And oil off 26 cents a barrel, which means, of course, prices will be at the pump today.
Southwest Security Company is a locally owned security company protecting your property or your business and now offering live scan fingerprinting to the public. Plus, they added Southwest Postal with post office boxes you can access 24 hours a day, 365 days a year, with shipping services too, using DHL, UPS, and FedEx. They're conveniently located at the corner of Heil and 4th Street in El Centro. And if you need something notarized, they can do that too. You can count on Southwest Security and Southwest Postal for 24 hours a day, 365 days a year.
We will have sunny skies today with a high near 81, light wind. Clear tonight with a low around 50. West-southwest wind about 5 miles an hour. Tomorrow is sunny with a high near 83. Light wind becoming south-southwest about 5 miles an hour. 52 degrees, 33% relative humidity, wind out of the west at 5 miles an hour. Financial news and the weather brought to you by Southwest Security, now offering 24-hour-a-day post boxes. Southwest Postal at the corner of 4th and Heil, El Centro.
8 Express in Imperial is your one-stop convenience store with full-service car wash, gas, and diesel. It's the place for all your snacks, cold drinks, and ice-cold beer. While you're there, get your vehicle washed and save $1 with 8 gallons of gas or diesel and get the 10th car wash free. Yes, 8 Express is your one-stop convenience store at corner of Highway 86 and 8 Road in Imperial.
Open 24 hours a day for your convenience.
The best oldies on the radio. KXO El Centro, the Imperial Valley's local news source.
This is CBS News on the Hour, your home for original reporting.
I'm Steve Kathan. Congress investigates the deadly January attack at the U.S. Capitol. Capitol Police Captain Carnicia Mendoza tells the Senate committee she has enduring scars.
I received chemical burns to my face that still have not healed to this day. I witnessed officers being knocked to the ground and hit with various objects that were thrown by rioters.
D.C. Police Chief Robert Conte says there were a host of security failures.
This assault on the Capitol has exposed weaknesses in the security of the most secure city in the country. The federal police forces in D.C. will be re-examining their security protocols.
The wife of Mexican drug kingpin El Chapo Guzman is now in U.S. custody. Jack Riley, a retired DEA official, says the 31-year-old ex-beauty queen has been under investigation for a long time.
She was clearly exposed to all of the things that Chapo was in control of, the movement of narcotics across the border into the United States, and obviously the flow of money back.
Authorities also believe she helped plot his escape from a prison south of the border 6 years ago. Home Depot reports record sales last year of $132 billion as home improvement took off as the pandemic settled in. The COVID vaccine is elusive for millions trying to get a shot because of shortages and deliveries slowed by weather. CBS's Jerika Duncan reports on an effort in one city to try to close racial disparities.
Thank you for wearing your mask.
That's the voice of Kobe Little. Little is president of the Baltimore City NAACP. He says policymakers and their providers are overlooking the needs of the Black community.
One phase is for seniors 75 and above. In Baltimore City, the life expectancy of an African-American man does not reach 75.
This is not unique to Baltimore.
There are several factors contributing to vaccine inequity, says Mark Martin. He is Maryland's deputy director for the Office of Minority Health and Health Disparities.
One of the things that we try to do is just stand up these vaccination sites as quickly as possible.
Well, CBS's Vicki Barker tells us for some, surviving the pandemic is just too much of a weight to bear.
The pandemic has helped push suicides among Japanese women up 15%. Experts say married women feel responsible for protecting their families from COVID, then feel shame or guilt if they fail. And single Japanese women say they feel particularly isolated.
There have now been 32 avalanche fatalities in the U.S. this season. A Wyoming man was swept 1,000 feet down a mountainside yesterday. Wall Street right now, the Dow is down 60 points. This is CBS News.
CBS News Radio is your home for breaking news. With our team of reporters around the country and the world, we give you the coverage you can trust.
Okay, set it down over there and then go to Bay 5.
Indeed knows unexpected growth can stretch your business
We
thin.
need to keep going to finish.
Like Amir's warehouse. To expand capacity, he needs to get started hiring right away.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. And the moment you sponsor a job on Indeed, you get a short list of quality candidates from our resume database. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get a $75 credit for your first sponsored job post. Terms and conditions apply.
I love being able to share with our family who's listening how much we all love State Farm insurance. With surprisingly great rates, State Farm has saved us money with our car and home insurance.
I mean, you're my wife. You know how much I love a great deal. So, of course, I'm going to love the great rates and great service at State Farm. It's good for my wallet and for my family.
State Farm meets my needs. Plus, I get to control how and what I want for my budget. And I do it all from their award-winning mobile app.
Surprisingly great rates. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
A prominent Native American is calling out an automaker to change the name of a popular SUV.
There's a chapel in Kansas.
Cherokee Chief Chuck Hoskins says Jeep should follow the lead of corporations and sports teams and stop using the name Cherokee for its SUV. A spokeswoman says it's meant to honor Native Americans, but Hoskins says that would best be done by learning more about their sovereign government and its history. Bruce Springsteen starred in a Jeep ad that debuted at the Super Bowl. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
Well, the pandemic has meant price hikes all throughout the auto industry. Price of vehicles far outpaced consumer inflation over the past year. The price of an average new vehicle up 6% to a record $40,500 last year, according to Edmunds.com. Average price of a vehicle surged nearly 14%. Steve Kathan, CBS News.
You've got Carroll Buckley with the best oldies on the radio.
I told her I did. I love it.